the biggest contests is going to be Initiative 645, which could repeal the so-called Millionaire's Tax.
At stake, billions of dollars in funding that would benefit a variety of important programs. Sharon Yu is live tonight with a look at what is at stake specifically. Sharon?
Yeah, Greg, Joyce, the Millionaire's Tax is supposed to begin on January 1st, 2028, with payments due on the 2029 tax return. We're talking about a 9.9% tax on household income above $1 million. But with this initiative on the ballot in November, voters now will have a say in whether this will happen or not.
In July, Let's Go Washington volunteers dropped off boxes of signatures supporting Initiative 645, qualifying for the November ballot. They had one thing in mind.
The reality is it's an income tax.
Darren Littell is the executive director of Let's Go Washington, the group behind the effort to repeal Washington's newly signed Millionaire's Tax law.
It's a tax on everyone with $1 million deductible. They can lower that deductible tomorrow if they wanted to, if they call a special session. And I think the way that they have been spending money, just completely out of control.
Ryan Watt, the executive director of the Economic Opportunity Institute, says that's flat out wrong.
Well, the governor has already been really clear that he would veto any attempt to lower the threshold. And members of the legislature have been really clear that this is a non-starter for them in Olympia.
The money from the 9.9% tax on individual and household wage income above $1 million a year is supposed to fund childcare, K-12 education, and free school meals. It's estimated to bring in over $3 billion annually.
Having a tax code that asks the rich to pay only 4% of their income in taxes and the poorest 20% to pay 14% of their income in taxes is fundamentally unfair.
As for whether the issue is partisan, both Watt and Littell agree it's not. Democratic governors Christine Gregoire and Gary Locke stopped short of endorsing the initiative, criticizing the income tax in general, saying, quote, "We have a spending problem." Meanwhile, former Democratic Governor Jay Inslee officially endorsed the No campaign, saying if he were governor, he also would have signed the Millionaire's Tax law.
We need to have tax reform. Okay, if that's the discussion you want to have, let's have that discussion. That is not what this is.
When voters understand that they can vote for investments in their state and ask the rich to pay a little bit more of what they owe, they support that.
Other than former Governor Jay Inslee, travel guru Rick Steves, as well as Ken Jennings of Jeopardy fame, have also endorsed the No on I-645 campaign. Live in the newsroom, Sharon Yu, King 5 News.